Good morning, everyone. I, Stuti Kamble of Srimati Suniti Devi Singhania School, would like to welcome our dear Director Madam, Mrs. Revati Srinivasan, our beloved mentor, Mrs. Gladys Cabral Ma'am, our esteemed head, Mrs. Lakshmi Madhusudan Madam, Chief Guest, Dr. Archana Krishnan, Honorary Guest, Dr. Sarita Hajarnis, coordinators, teachers, parents, grandparents, and my dear fellow students to our first ever Science Expo, Prajwalan. Darwin said, "A fool is a man who never tried an experiment in his life." So, it is a great privilege to bring to you Prajwalan, a showcase of experiments by our own Sunitians, beaming with scientific temper. Before we go ahead with the proceedings of the day, may I request everyone to please rise for the school song. Please be seated. Thank you. Now, I would like to call our school captain, Brynel Menezes, to kick off the main event with the welcome speech.
Good morning to one and all. I, Brynel Menezes, would like to begin this speech by quoting Paige Hudson. All experiments are learning experiences, even when they don't go as planned. With this, a hearty welcome to Prajwalan, a fire that ignites the learning among students through projects that encompass various scientific areas related to the field of science. A warm welcome to Dr. Archana Krishnan, who is the chief guest for this event, and Dr. Hajarnis, the guest of honor. Reverence to our director, Mrs. Revati Srinivasan ma'am, Vice Principal, Mrs. Kanchan Mala Chabukswar ma'am, and Mrs. Gladys Cabral ma'am, our mentor. Greetings to our head, Mrs. Lakshmi Madhusudan ma'am, and our coordinators, teachers, and parents for bestowing their grace upon this event. We know that to achieve success in science, we need to have many failures while conducting scientific experiments. To understand this better, everything is theoretically impossible until something is concrete in nature. So today, the students of Srimati Suniti Devi Singhania School, Thane, will be budding scientists of the future who will display their curiosity, innovation, creativity, detailed-oriented nature, persistence, and the courage to discover something new through their ventures of becoming prolific researchers in the field of science. The students will showcase how they perceive different themes, and we shall witness their zealous participation through this program. Through this virtual gallery, we hope to ensure our viewers with craftsmanship and a special selection of science-based contributions which execute knowledge, artistic integrity, and comprehend the meaning of scientific thinking. Without further ado, I take your leave to appraise creations that would leave you with a lasting effect while navigating through this scientific journey.
Thank you, Brunel. I'm sure that all of you are eagerly waiting to know more about Prajwalan. May I now request our science teacher, Mrs. Sonam Pandey ma'am, to speak a few words about Prajwalan.
Thank you, Stuti. What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. And what I do, I understand. Echoing these strong words by scholar Genji, the Sunitian family has come to showcase the power of experiential learning by way of Prajwalan, igniting the scientific temper. A very good morning to all present here. Prajwalan is a product of months of brainstorming by our head, coordinators, teachers, and above all, our inquisitive and talented students. All the topics are inspired by elements of nature and things that have fascinated us in our lives. The aim of Prajwalan is to prepare a young generation to face the unknown challenges of tomorrow by allowing them to think critically and creatively. Getting answers to why and how questions will pave the path of rational thinking in them. Mahatma Gandhi ji believed that there needs to be a head, hand, and heart connection to complete the circuit of learning. To develop a passion for science, one needs to experience the experiment. And that's exactly what we at Srimati Suniti Devi Singhania School aim to bring about. Article 51A of the Indian Constitution also emphasizes on developing scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. So, this is also a step ahead to make our dear children to exhibit this law and create awareness about the same. The idea of experiential learning is to tap the research skills, analytical skills, and thus resolve the situation skillfully. Scientific temper encourages the individual to analyze effectively and plan an outcome with absolute precision and ingenuity. So, with the hope to groom our young Sunithians to bloom into these scientific individuals, I now request upon our esteemed head, Mrs. Lakshmi Madhusudan, to carry forward with an introduction of the guest. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Sonam ma'am. It is indeed a great pleasure to share that two very distinguished personalities have graced the occasion to encourage all the students. I request our esteemed school head, Mrs. Lakshmi Madhusudan Madam, to introduce our distinguished chief guest of the event, Dr. Archana Krishnan, and our guest of honor, Dr. Sarita Hajarnas.
Thank you, Stuti. We have with us Dr. Archana Krishnan. She is a born Mumbaikar and completed her schooling from Udyanchal School at the Godrej campus. Later, she studied microbiology from Ramnarayan Ruya College, Mumbai University, following which she went on to MS University, Baroda, to complete her master's in biochemistry. She earned her gold medal for topping the course and went on to qualify the reputed CSIR fellowship for her PhD. She had several opportunities to go abroad, but she always had this drive to do something for her country. She completed her PhD from IIT Mumbai and Manipal University in a joint venture to construct an artificial retina. This project encompassed knowledge and expertise in the field of genetic engineering, protein engineering, biophysics, and biochemistry. She went on to start a molecular pathology-based diagnostic chain called Molecular Diagnostics, which has been rebranded as iGenetic Diagnostics. This lab does advanced genetic testing of infectious diseases and cancers using technologies such as PCR and next generation DNA sequencing. The lab has contributed a great deal in the recent COVID pandemic by offering diagnostic services for COVID detection. Her lab is an ICMR approved lab. Further, she has innovated India's first indigenous COVID diagnostic kit, which has been again approved by ICMR. This kit has made the tests more affordable for patients seeking COVID diagnosis. She went on to establish Biogenomics, a company focused on biologics and advanced biopharmaceuticals with a focus on diabetes and cancer. With these products reaching the end of the drug development phase, these advanced biologics will be made available to patients, making affordable healthcare a reality in India. She has been actively involved in mentoring students in the field of biotechnology. In 2013, she contributed to building the National Facility for Biopharmaceuticals, a centralized lab that would give students access to high-tech facilities used for drug discovery, research, and development. At the same time, she was involved in training the teachers and academicians, giving them industry perspectives. Students are always welcome for research training programs and projects at Biogenomics so that the graduating students have industry preparedness. She has to her credit about 32 patents, both international and national, and several publications in peer-reviewed journals. Welcome, Dr. Archana. Our guest of honor for today, Dr. Sarita Hajarnis, is a well sought after academician in the Mumbai University. She is known for her expertise on fungal diversity and plant pathology. Dr. Hajarnis is a member of the Mycological Society of India. Currently, she is the vice principal of Dr. Satish Pradhan Dhyan Sadhana College, Thane. She has 35 years of vast experience at various levels in the college. She has guided one student for a research degree in MPhil from Periyar University, Periyar. She has several research papers to her credit. Not only that, she has had the honor of putting Yeur Hill's microfungal flora in the map of the world of fungal occurrence. She has presented a paper at an international conference at Bangkok and has published two national level research papers. She has attended and organized several state, national, and international seminars, workshops, conferences, webinars, and symposia. She has also got the honor to work on several university committees for paper setting and moderation for university examinations, examination vigilance squad, syllabus framing, and staff promotion, to name a few. She was felicitated with the Best Teachers Award in the year 2016, awarded by the Dhyan Sadhana Trust for her contribution to its services. Gardening is a passion, and she has designed a botanical garden and vertical garden in her college premises. Coming from a teaching background, students are her love and teaching is her passion. Her whole life is dedicated to the betterment of students as individuals and upliftment of education. On behalf of the Singhania School Management, students, teachers, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Archana Krishnan and Dr. Sarita Arjunis. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lakshmi Madam. We cannot let go of our traditions, but we can adapt to keep it alive. Let us start off our first Science Expo by lighting a lamp, of course, virtually. This momentous occasion deserves an applause. Request you all for a loud round of applause. As we start an exciting journey into the world of experiments, request all to put their science caps on. Without further ado, here are some of the glimpses of the experiments. To our body, specifically for hair. It is rich in antioxidants that will submerge at the bottom layer of oil, where it will decoat and start coloring it. Interesting fact about brain and water. Water wrinkles, water divided into movements via. This experiment is on static electricity and water. You must be thinking. Our body will find it difficult to observe the nutrients present in.
Water inside the balloon will overflow. And we also observed that when the hole is uncovered, the pressure
Unpeeled orange, a fully peeled orange, and one big transparent container. The water evaporates and forms a steam. As the steam After 2 days, we observed that the leaf has lost.
My topic is submarine, which is influenced by a fish. A submarine is a watercraft capable of
Remains strong without collapsing.
the compression.
March 2006, 22:30 GMT. Falcon 9 Block 5 is the first reusable rocket built by SpaceX. Starhopper was built to develop a massive, fully reusable launch system.
Simply amazing! The display of experiments by my fellow students have sparked my curiosity on more than one topic. Breakthrough research is happening in various fields of science, including genetics, protein engineering, biophysics, biochemistry, climate change, etc. I would like to take this opportunity to invite our chief guest, Dr. Archana Krishnan Madam, to share her thoughts and speak a few words to encourage our budding scientists.
I hope you can all hear me. Hi, good morning to each and everyone present in this virtual science exhibition, Prajwalan. It is a great honor to be present amongst you budding young scientists. And it's impressive to see the efforts of the school, of the teachers to literally ignite you young scientific minds, and to think scientifically, and that too from such an early age in your life. Science around us children is everywhere, be it this computer that we are using, the gadgets that we are using, the food that we eat, the clothes we wear. or the medical facilities that we use. It's basically all physics, chemistry, biology, and of course, it's maths. It's about you and me being cognizant of how we are using science in our everyday life, isn't it? We face so many challenges in our life, every single day. Like, for instance, take the last 2 years, we went through a pandemic, and it's only because of this science that today we are slowly able to get back the normalcy in our lives. Had it not been been for the vaccines, we would not have, been able to get back to our normal lives, or even have this online scientific exhibition that we are having. So I am very happy that this science exhibition is being held. I hope it really makes your minds prajwalit or ignited. And I see some nice young budding scientists in the future. So it's wonderful to be a part of this exhibition. Um, I'm very happy to meet Dr. Sarita Hajjanis on this e-meet, and also would love to express my sincere thanks to our beloved principal, Revati ma'am, to our vice principals, Chabukswar ma'am, to Cabral ma'am, to Lavanya ma'am, who's the coordinator, Lakshmi ma'am, who has coordinated this whole event with me, and good luck to Mrs. Sonam, who's your science teacher. She has a fantastic group of students, and she's going to hopefully churn out a few more scientists from all of you. Thank you to Evangeline ma'am and Ankit sir also for organizing this. So very, very happy, and I'm excited to see what is part of this Prajwalan.
Thank you so much for your kind and encouraging words. The excitement does not end here. It is an honor to invite our special guest, Dr. Sarita Hajjanis, who heads the Department of Botany at Satish Pradhan Dhyan Sadhana College, to address the virtual audience.
Thanks, Brennell, for giving me this opportunity. I'm very much thankful to the organizers of Srimati Sulochana's Devi Singhania School for giving me this opportunity to be the guest of honor for today's occasion. Um, Thanks to Madam Revatri Srinivasan, our principal and director, uh, Madam Lakshmi Madhusudan, also principal, and Archana Krishnan, who is our chief guest today and who is also a renowned scientist, all the principals, coordinators, and all teachers who are there today, and the lovely students. I always love students, and I always feel they are like my own children. I'm very happy to be a part of this event today. When Lavanya invited me, Lavanya madam, your Lavanya madam. So I was actually very excited that they are inviting me to this school, that is Srimati Sulochana Devi Singhania School. And I'm proud to tell you that I'm an ex mother of my ex mother of Sulochana Devi Singhania School, because my son has studied from here. And we were so happy and proud when my son had got admission into the school. It's really a very best of the schools in Thane, not only in Thane but Maharashtra, and also it has got a prime position at the national level. So it's a prestige for all you students that you are studying in this college, in this school, sorry. And it is one of the best schools which is giving you the best of the infrastructure, value for money, and the best of the teachers. As I can see, the difference of level amongst you and your teachers as compared to the other institutes where I frequently visit. And really, you're very lucky to be a part of this school. Um, I'm happy that the school has organized this virtual exhibition in this pandemic. And whatever the external challenges, environmental challenges we are having, in spite of that, we are trying to do our best as far as education is concerned. So, online teaching, these exhibitions which you have arranged now, students are nowhere losing on any opportunity to study. Yeah, right. And science exhibitions provide a right platform for encouraging, motivating, learning for students, knowledge sharing for the young minds over the years and the budding scientists. Okay. They also make you aware of the technological advancements that take place around us. In this fast paced world, the students get this opportunity to express themselves by demonstrating concepts and updating their knowledge and information. As I was going through the theme of the projects that you have presented, I saw that they are they are very much relevant to the theme of the National Science Day, which was and which goes for the entire year of 2022. It was the future of STI, that is science, technology, and innovation, impacts on education, skills, and work, and also the 2021 theme, which was building climate ready communities. Okay, that is bringing science closer to society. So all the themes which you have projected right from the yoga day. Okay, yoga, it's a need for the physical as well as mental being. Then the healing properties of food is very important on this in this particular era, because students are very much attracted to the junk food and ordering from so many joints available outside. And remember, this food is not at all healthy food. What is important is our traditional food, which has been coming from ages back. So the food is really having healing properties, and you do not require any medicines if you have a very good health and a very good gut. So please remember this. And there are many other topics which you have dealt with, that is communication and responses in plants. Yes, plants are also very therapeutic, and I'm a botanist, so a doctor of plants, I would say. And really, I know what plants have got. Just being close to plants and being close to nature can help you get a lot. Okay, so these are some of the observations which I made regarding the topics which were given to you. And students, you have really come out very well with your projects. Um, Okay, I congratulate all of you who are contributing to this wonderful initiative, and offer my best wishes and good luck to all the students. One thing I would like to impress upon all the students is that please be very thorough in your basic sciences, that is, the pure sciences, biology, chemistry, and physics. And only if you are really good in your basic sciences, then you can be very good in the applied sciences. Madam was here, Archana Krishnan, who is a biotechnologist, and I think she will be agreeing with me that it is very necessary that unless you know the basic sciences, you won't be able to use your knowledge for the applied sciences, your biotech, and even your information technology. So please do not ignore your basic sciences. These are my observation over the years about the current trends which are going, which is in which students just do not apply to study for basic sciences. And therefore, I feel it very sincerely from my heart. I once again thank all of you organizers for inviting me to the science exhibition and giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hajarnis Madam. Next is our school director, Revati Madam, who is a recognized leading educationist and, with a treasure box of ideas in her mind, has been a forerunner in adapting and nurturing innovative methods for opening the process of inquiry in children. She has always believed that experiential learning is the best form of learning, and rightly so, inspired from her beliefs. We at Suniti Devi through Prajwalan provide just that opportunity. It is indeed a special privilege to invite our Director Madam, Mrs. Revati Srinivasan, to address the students with her words of wisdom.
Thank you so much, Stuti, for the beautiful invitation. And it is indeed a pleasure and an honor to have a whole lot of scientists on this platform today. Dr. Archana Krishnan, thank you very much for accepting our invitation. And Dr. Sarita Hajinas, thank you very much for being here today and talking to the children. To both of you, I must say you have been my parents, and Dr. Archana continues to be a parent. So I've known you beyond the roles that you're playing immediately. But at the same time, I've also seen your children grow. And therefore, for all parents who are watching this, I'd like to say that this is what we as parents can do. Give them an environment, give them a culture where we encourage them to ask questions and ask questions about everything around them, ourselves, and let them find answers. And that's what I would say would lead to a lot more of innovation. So people say that there are innovations and entrepreneurship that needs to be taught in our classroom. What really needs to be taught, or what needs to be encouraged, it can't be taught, I want them to be encouraged, is thinking. So a platform such as this, an exhibition of sorts or an event of sorts, is only to encourage more thinking, critical thinking, and creative thinking. That would lead to a lot of problem solving skills. We all have choices in life. And when we have choices and we decide this is what we're going to do. For children, I'd like to say when you walk into a mall, you feel there's so many good things that you want to buy, but you can't buy everything. Then you decide you're going to pick up on one, right? What is that lesson? That lesson is called decision-making skills. Okay, you are taking a decision that you have a plethora of things in front of you, but you're going to pick up one. And that would be a decision making. That would have been thought of critically. You would have creatively tried to think that if I can get this now, I'll ask the next one later on. You know, those kind of things. So any problem that we have, any challenge that we have in our lives, also, we look at it, if we look at it as a challenge, you will find solutions. And only you can find solutions. That's exactly what science is all about. Science cannot be learned with a full stop. Science is learned with a comma. Question things around you. Find out the sources from which you can get answers. Don't believe in it directly. Try and search for your answers. The day you get satiated with the kind of answers that you're getting, mark my words, you already have built a spirit of inquiry within yourself, and you have a scientific temper that can that would perhaps cause ripples in the scientific area that you would be in. I want you children to think beyond technology, to think beyond perhaps being in professions that you want to do. Build an center or build a place where you can inquire, build a center where you can think in terms of scientific temper that you can develop within yourselves. Enjoy things around you. I know when you are doing these experiments, there may have been a lot of ideas that came in, especially group projects, okay, where you start questioning each other and you ask the why and if and the buts of everything, okay? But that's where you have begun to develop a very wonderful scientific spirit within you. I come from a family of scientists, so I know what it is to have people like our guests today, Dr. Sarita and Dr. Archana, around in the family. This building of scientific temper is very important. You may take some other profession, but building the temperament is one. Building a culture of science in your homes is very important. The school, through Prajwalan, is only making an attempt to give you an environment of sorts. to give you that time and place where you can question without fear or without feeling that you are being questioned. So, on that note, I declare Prajwalan open. And may you all grow to be great scientists. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for always encouraging and motivating us. May I now request Hemani Suhasaria to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Stuti. Respected Dr. Archana Krishnan, Honorable Guest Dr. Harjunis, Director Mrs. Revati Srinivasan Ma'am, Vice Principal Mrs. Kanchanmala Chabukswar, Mrs. Gladys Cabral Ma'am, Mrs. Lakshmi Madhusudan Ma'am, and our most valued invited guests. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, Himani Suhasaria, on behalf of Srimati Suniti Devi Singhania School, Thane, and the entire science faculty, coordinators, teachers, and my fellow students would like to express a few words of gratitude to everyone in making this program an accomplishment after witnessing the insightful findings and communicative expressions through skillful presentations based on science. Firstly, my sincere thanks to the Almighty for making this event successful and productive on a very large scale. Gratitude to our chief guests, Dr. Archana Krishnan and Dr. Hajarnis, to enlighten our minds and inspiring us to think beyond our textbooks and explore our horizons just like the vast space. Hearing your thoughts definitely encourages us. Thank you for taking the time from your busy schedule and gracing this occasion with your presence. A special mention to our venerable head, Mrs. Lakshmi Madhusudan Ma'am, for providing us with an opportunity to display our talents and always motivating us to complete tasks beyond the comfort zone, being the catalyst that inspires us to do our best and stand as a pillar of power. With a deep sense of appreciation, we thank our loving teachers for their untiring efforts. I also want to thank the people who worked behind the scene to execute this event, especially our technical arrangement team for making this program excel. A special thanks to Mrs. Kanchanmala Chabukswar, the Vice Principal of Srimati Sulochana Devi Singhania School, for being the initiator by guiding us in the right direction. I would like to share a quote with you by Albert Einstein, who said, "To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard those problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advances in science." Today, as we take this event as a stepping stone to delve into inculcating scientific temper among students, words of appreciation fall short for all the participants who showcased utmost determination and enthusiasm despite facing many challenges. Our sincere gratitude goes out to all parents and well-wishers for their immense support and encouragement. Thank you very much for joining this event.
Thank you, Hemani. We will now conclude the program with Vande Mataram. Parents, please rise for Vande Mataram. Parents, please be seated. Have a great day ahead.